So yes, guys, working aloft means when we are working at the height which is more than 2 meters above the ground level, that is your deck level. And working overside means you're working on the exterior part of the hull. So you may be painting, you may be doing some sort of the maintenance, or you may be involved in some sort of the surveillance. So yes, that time you are working over the side. In previous lecture, we seen the general precautions and the practices that we have to follow once we are engaged in any sort of this work. So anyone can remember what are the things that we seen last time as a precaution or as a working manner if you're associated with this part of the job? Complete silence. Huh? Guys, you must speak. I want to hear from you. Otherwise, uh, only one person is explaining. It is none of views. You must speak. You have to interact. This topic is very simple. If you try to react, half job is been done. आपको घर जाके या रूम में जाके और कुछ पढ़ाई करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. So be interactive. I want to hear your voice. So tell me.
So what is the question?
Ah, ये मस्त है. I ask if you are working aloft or you are working over the side, then what are the procedures that you have to follow? We seen in the previous lecture. I just want to recollect from your side.
Sir, risk assessment should be carried out, and hazard control measures should be taken care of, and roles and duties should be taken care of in the toolbox meeting. Then supervision should be done, and the crew should be trained, and tool must be proper in good condition. Equipment should be in good condition, and you should wear PPE, safety harness. That's all. And continuous supervision must be done.
Okay, good. Tushar, except then Tushar, all of you guys also must represent. हाँ, बस तुषार अकेला नहीं है क्लास में. Yes, anyone else? Okay. Ritul Singh, are you there? Ritul Singh. 52. रितुल सिंह. ठीक है. I will marking you as absent. Ritul Singh, you have to see me later on. Tushar,
Yes, sir.
make this note.
Right, sir.
Varad, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Varad, as per you, which is the one important thing that you will concern if you are working with the this sort of the job, which is the one important thing as per your opinion that you have to look after if you are working aloft or over the side?
Sir, wearing proper PPE kit.
Okay, you're saying that we must have proper EPP, and that is your main concern or the main objective. Okay, Raju Kumar 50, what do you say? Raju, Ritul, don't reply me now. I was calling you since long. Huh? You're just all of you guys, you are just keeping your devices on and not bother to reply or not bother to answer any question. Huh? We are not having fun around here. Don't tell me that. Okay, let it be. Fine. So I will continue with the rest of the part. We seen almost few procedure, but we left with the half of the procedures and the instruction that we have to follow once you are obliged to do any sort of the job associated with the working over the side or working aloft. So we will cover that today. Rest, we will see some example by which you will be involved in some sort of this job, like previously I gave you example that you may be engaged where you have to change the fuse bulb, so you are working at height. So that sort of the example we will discuss. So there will be a two case study, we can say, where we are using these procedures and requirements if you have to carry that work. So I'll be sharing my screen. We'll be discussing the half left part. Yes, Paras, cat is always irresponsible, inexperienced, and the least, we can say, capable person or even least reliable person on board. But even though you're not going to be a cadet for your entire life, huh? So all of we must know what are the procedures and what are the hazards. So that's why it's your job, it's your duty that you must understand how you can overcome the situation. And that's why these topics are, yes, it is but obvious no one will send you over the side or working at a height, but you may the participants of that team. So you may not going onto the height, but you may be the teammate of that consigned team where you might be supplying tools, where you might be bringing the ppe kit and the other required tools. So even you might be assisting a senior officer for filling the required documents and all that. So anyhow you will be involved here or either somewhere else. Right now you are not obliged to carry this sort of job, but yes, later on you will be a designated officer, and at that time you must be well aware of all of these formalities and the procedures and hazards too. Is it fine?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So in the introduction में मैंने बताया था, even yesterday also I told you about the topics that you are learning with this subject. You might not be involved practically, personally, when you join the vessel, but later on, you will be managing that show. So, this is a time where you have to learn all of these activities and the procedures and the loops and the tricks between these all activities that we are going to discuss. This is a time to learn. एक बार ऑफिसर बनने के बाद में there is no scope by which you can ask someone, अरे ये कैसे करना है, नहीं तो how I can perform this. All of you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So yes, previously we've seen about all of this point. First of all, we had to gather, we had to do a risk assessment, then we had to see the alternative means. Then we had to call our teammates, we have to explain the different rules, procedures, and their duties, how they have to perform, what are the hazards, how we can overcome, what are the procedures that we have to follow to overcome on all of these hazards and the risk, right? We must select the train crew. The crew must be well experienced. We must be knowing about their capabilities and their qualities too. The tools that we are using, it must be operational, it must be checked. And the devices that we are using, the guy who are using that device, he must be familiar about the operation and emergency stops too. So if you want to stop that device, he must be aware how to stop, how to uh, operate that device smoothly. So these all things that we have discussed earlier. Then we seen different equipment we have to use as we are working aloft or overside. So ladder, scaffolding, we saw in one of the video previously. Today also I will share one of the link. Now only I will share, just wait. That is a 1 hour video. You can have a look later on. It is a generalized video, tells you about how you have to work on the ladder. प्रीतम कुमार इस बैच में है क्या?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where is Pritam? Is not attending or what?
Yes, sir.
Why are you texting me on WhatsApp?
Sir, Warden sir is asking to confirm from you that I will do practical from today.
So you know I'm conducting lecture in front of all of you and you're texting me over there. Huh?
Sorry, sir.
So guys, this is a link. You can have a look. You can check what are the safety measures we have to take if we are working on the ladder. Okay. So we talked about the PP, what personal
So have you
protective.
sent the link?
हाँ चैट बॉक्स में भेजा ना अभी.
No, sir, it's not there.
It went directly to Paras. Paras,
Yes, sir.
instead of sending to all, I sent
I've
that link
sent,
directly to.
so I've sent it to everyone.
No, I sent. I did that. Okay. So even we talked about the PP, we have a separate topic where we are discussing differently and in the brief what is a PP, what is a use. But yes, there are few personal protective aids that we have to use once you are working aloft or working over the side. So we are using lines and blocks. So the lines, if we are using, then we have to check how strong that line is. Then we are using harness. So last time I must have shown you the harness. Have I shown you the harness? Yes. One of that video that I played, it shown you the harness. Can you recollect how the harness look like? No reply. किसी को याद है how the harness looks like?
So it's like a belt, right? Which we wear around our waist. And to support us.
Yeah, it's kind of the belt we can say, and it support not only the upper body, it support your lower body too, and it has the hanging arrangement at the back strap, so you can hang yourself with the help of the snatch block, or you can tie yourself with the help of the rope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Guys, what's going on? 20 minutes pass. I'm not getting proper reply, and no one is bothered what is going on. If you're not recollecting or if you're not understanding, please tell me. The
So I
question
got
that
it, how it looks like.
the question that I'm asking is very simple, and the topic is also itself simple. But then also I'm not getting reply from you. Really strange.
Yes, sir, we have an idea how it looks like.
Yes, sir.
Out of 42 or 3 guys only replying. What about the rest? I see.
Your voice is breaking.
So in PP, we must check about the safety harness and the lifeline. So the lifeline is the line which is attached with the harness, and it acts like a lifeline only. So in danger, you can protect yourself. You will be up hang with the adjoining strong point, and by that safety line, you will not fall over the line or over the deck. That lifeline will protect you from falling and from tripping too. Uh, we also has a arresting device. This arresting device has somewhat limit, and suppose it acts like a elastic, I can say. So you know how the elasticity works. So if you extend beyond a certain limit, that rubber band gets back to its original position if it release from at certain point. So the fall arrestor is the arresting device which avoid fall and trip if you are walking from height. So later on I will show how the fall arrestor is, but you must have got the general area what these arresting devices do and how they work. So we are laying that cable until where we have to reach. Suppose you have to reach for 1 feet or 2 feet. The device, that arresting device, has the wire or cable inside. We are pulling that wire for 1 or 2 feet, as we want that much of extension. And once we reach there, we start working as we have to work. Later on, due to some accident or due to some mislead, if you fall or trip, then as you fall, that line must extend as you have to go down on the deck or into the water. But that line will not go further than the line that you have extended, that you brought out. So yes, this fall arrestor will protect you from a trip, fall, and falling you over the side. Then life jacket, all of you know how the life jacket looks like. Most of you must flew from the airlines. You must have seen how life jacket looks like. And even we will discuss life jacket in the PP2. So life jacket, life buoys, and the line and safety net, these devices that we are using if we are working over the side. So if we want to keep our self float, when you fall over the board, we have to keep this sort of the device around, by which, by any incident, you trip, you fall into the sea, then there are some device which will provide you a buoyancy, which will not allow you to go below the water. You will float with the help of these devices or with the help of these equipments. Now, we have to post warning signs. Suppose you are working on the main mast, and as you know, radar and other antennas are also over there. So if you are working in that main mast, then that antenna, that rotation, that circumference may come in between of you, and it can cause you an injury. So you must inform to the required department first that you are willing to work in certain area. Then they must post a warning sign onto that device. Suppose all of you must know how the radar works. Radar also has the scanners, right? You know radar has a scanner or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to work onto the main mask only contains those scanners. And that's if you come in between that scanner, you may have an injury. So first of all, when we're supposed to work on the main mask, you have to stop that device. And for that, you have to inform on bridge, okay, I will be working on the main mask for this time. And during that time, you please switch off that scanner, means you stop that radar, by which there will be no accident around. So that warning sign must be posted by the duty officer on that device itself. If required, he may report to his seniors, to the master, and the other departments too. So in the same way as I explained about the bridge, we can say wheresoever someone is working, if there is a hazards by which someone may switch on or someone may start the device, we have to put the notice. We have to instruct all the required department that someone is working on that site, someone is working on that equipment. Don't switch on that equipment until the work is being done. Or we can broadcast that message with the help of the personal announcement system too, public announcement system too. So I gave you example about the main mast. So same in the if someone is working on the forward mast, as I said earlier, if you go on the forward mast to change the fuse bulb, then no one should blow the horn. Huh? Uh, have you know where the horn is situated? Guys, have you heard where the horn is situated?
The monkey island.
Yes, on the monkey island also one, it is there, and on the forward mast also there is one. So if you're working on the forward mast and if someone blows the horn, then आप डर के ऊपर से नीचे गिर जाएंगे. So we have to post the warning sign that someone is working over there, and the department must take care that anything must not go wrong by operating any of the device or any of the switch by which accident can occur. So yes, warning sign will take care of that area by which misleading will not happen. So if someone like you, suppose you are working on the funnel, so yes, there will be obvious job where a deck crew will be working in the funnel area. So funnel, anyone knows where this funnel is located?
Sir, aft end of the ship.
And for what purpose this funnel is?
Sir, it is like a chimney.
Yeah, okay. So on funnel upstack, our shift staff goes there and they do some sort of work. Majority of job, what they do is maintenance only. They goes over there, they scrap the surface, they make the surface ready for the painting, and they do painting regularly on that funnel upstick. So if anyone has to go over there, then we have to post warning signals around. On bridge, we'll be posting these guys are working on the funnel upstick, so we should not blow horn. Same in engine room, we'll call engine room, we'll inform our teammates, our team is working on the funnel area. For a moment, you have to control, you have to limit the gases that you are emitting from the funnel. So they can set a limit by which they can control a percentage of limit, percentage of the emission, and there will be not so dense gases around where you are working for a while. So yes, by this way you can inform concerned department, and that concerned department will take necessary care by which work will be completed in due regards, we can say. Radar post, yes, this is another example where you may be involved in this part of the job. Fairly, I can say you will be hardly involved. This job has been done by the show technicians or the show guys only. But sometime you may be a part of that team. You may be assisting somewhere here or there. You must know how to carry this workout. So radar post working has been is the work that you have to do over the side. The other jobs that we have seen, main mask, forward mask, and the funnel, all that, for that we have to work on the height. We are taking all the precautions that we have to take as we are working aloft, right? But now if you are doing somewhat maintenance, if you're repairing, if you're polishing the propeller and all that, for that you have to work over the side, as that part is on to the exterior part of the hull. Guys, is it right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as you're working over the side, you have to take all the precautions as you're working over the side. So we have to follow checklists. We have to do the same procedures that we have seen just now. And later on, you have to post warning sign in engine room, and also you have to inform concerned department by which they will not start operating radar, as you or your teammates may be working on it. So yes, there must be a warning sign by which all of the other department members will understand some sort of the job is going on. We should not touch the device, or we should not switch it on the device, by which it can may lead to uh, unwanted results. So if you are working a lot of the oversight, as we seen, continuous supervision must be there. So supervisor must be there, and he must have a proper means of communication. He must be communicating with the guy who is actually on the job. The supervisor may not be standing on the bosun chair. He may not be seated onto that wooden plank which is floating or which is standing over the side. But yes, he is standing near the railing. He's observing the person who are working over the side or working over the certain height. Yes, he's completely monitoring the progress, the operation, and if there is any lag, or if they lagging in any safety, then he will let them know, yes, you are not following these safety procedures and the practices, and which may lead you danger, and there may be accident too. So his supervision is much obvious, and it should be done continuously, and there should be a means by which he can communicate not only with the guys who are in the operation, but also with the team leader who is monitoring this operation from the remote place, like somewhere or the other.